Decluttering can be overwhelming, stressful, it can chew up your weekends, it can just be either a really positive thing in your life or while you're going through it, sometimes just a little bit stressful. So in this video, I'm sharing some tips that I use to help the decluttering process go faster and smoother. Use the 2-minute rule. Especially when you're first getting started, it can seem overwhelming. You've got so much stuff to do, you don't even know where to start. That's where you can use the 2-minute rule. Grab a box, go through one room, go through multiple rooms, and just see how much stuff you can put in the box in 2 minutes, and then donate the box, throw it away immediately within like the next minute. So just using a couple minutes to just do a little bit really quickly and kind of just get a jump start, and then you realize that, hey, things are a lot cleaner. And you do that a couple times a week, and eventually you'll start to make an impact. You don't have to do this whole crazy thing, taking a week, ripping apart your house. You can just go through and kind of fill up a box and move on to the next thing. Set a firm deadline. It's kind of like Perkins Law, where the amount of time something will take will expand or contract depending on the amount of time that you give it. So if I have to get a video done and I have 10 days to do the video, most likely it's gonna take me 10 days. If I have 2 days to do it, it's gonna happen in 2 days. That's just kind of how it happens. The same thing with decluttering. You can declutter your house for a year. Or if you have a firm deadline where I'm about to move, or we're about to have a kid, or people are gonna come over, or whatever that firm deadline is, you'll figure out a way to cut out some TV time or cut out something and make that happen if it's a big enough priority. So I really like to set firm, kind of scary, exciting deadlines for work and then also for decluttering. Use a prize. I use this a couple different ways where it's an incentive to sell stuff, because if I sell stuff, then I will take that money and I'll buy something that I really want, or invest it, or save it for a vacation or something like that. That's exciting. That's a prize for me, or maybe buy more gear, whatever it is that I kind of want at the time. So using it that way to incentivize that you can probably make 500 bucks around your house. I did in like the first month of decluttering. I made so much like money just selling stuff on Craigslist or Facebook, and I put that into my vacation fund, and that was really exciting for me and an incentive to sell some stuff around the house. But it doesn't have to be just with money. There can be other rewards that are going to be different for each person, that if you hit to this certain level where you've decluttered multiple times, you know, you've gotten things down to where you want them, then you'll reward yourself in whatever way works for you. But picking a very exciting prize and rewarding yourself is very helpful. It is for me. I do it with a bunch of different things. All my goals that I set, and especially with decluttering, is I set goals for myself and then I reward myself for hitting those goals, and it kind of trains me to do what I want to do, and I don't know, it helps. Speaking of rewarding yourself, a lot of you guys have been asking where I got my shirts, specifically this white one. All of my shirts are from Cuts. I've been partnered with them for a while now. I really love them. I actually decluttered everything else in my closet that is not a tank top. It is a cut shirt, and that's pretty much all that I have now, because they all kind of match everything else. So it's kind of like a blind capsule wardrobe. They fit really well. They're really comfortable. They're a little bit more expensive, but again, I've kind of like narrowed it down to I'll spend a little more on something that I'm gonna wear every single day and really enjoy, and not have a bunch of junk that's on sale and stuff that I used to do. So if you guys want to check these out, link is down in the description with a discount code. So anyways, that's what I'm wearing. I really like them. So yeah, check them out. Get an accountability partner. Having an accountability partner is a complete game changer. If you're having problems reaching your goals, not getting there in time, or like decluttering once and then you kind of fall off the wagon, you buy more stuff, having somebody who will just check in with you every day for a week or every day for a month on whatever goal you're shooting towards is extremely helpful. And especially if it's somebody you respect, you'll be like, oh, what am I gonna tell this person if I can't just buy this bunch of crap, or I can't not declutter and not do anything, because they're gonna check in on me and they're gonna actually care enough about me to hold me accountable. So if you can find somebody like that, it is super helpful. I have a friend who's holding me accountable for a couple habits I'm starting right now, and it is super helpful, trust me. As long as we're talking about friends, try enlisting a friend, or even paying them, especially on your first go around. Having a spouse or a friend or a relative helping you out that doesn't care as much about your crap as you do is super helpful. They'll just be like, you don't need that thing. What are you talking about? And it's very helpful. Even if you pay them 50 bucks for the day, or you buy them pizza or whatever it is, enlisting somebody's help for a day to make a lot of decisions a lot easier can really speed up the process, and not being like too embarrassed to show them that like, I have a whole room just full of clothes, like 6 inches deep. It happens. So just actually ask for the help and really make a big dent really quickly. Throw it in a box for a month or 3. I think this is super helpful, especially if you're on the fence where you don't know if you're gonna need something or not. Just getting a couple of boxes, throwing a ton of stuff in it that you're just not sure about, just don't even think about it. Throw a ton of stuff in that you haven't used in the last 30 days. Put it in a box, put it in storage, whether it's in the attic, the basement, a friend's house, and then come back to it 30 days or 3 months or whatever it is later, and realize that you don't need any of that stuff. If there is stuff that you actually need and you went there and you got out of that box, then you hang on to that. But the rest you realize once you don't see it for a couple months that you don't need all that stuff. So that's a really quick way to just throw a bunch of stuff in a box, put it somewhere, and then come back to it in a couple months. Make sure you don't just leave it there forever. That would kind of defeat the purpose. And then you go through it when you're less emotionally attached to it. Throw on motivational music, a podcast, or of course, a video like this one. If you're watching this while decluttering, say what's up in the comments. Good job, you can do it. But seriously, I listened to a couple books and podcasts while I was decluttering and dove into a bunch of videos, and I was listening to music and just really keeping my energy up, and I got so much more stuff done than when you're distracted and you're just kind of like edging here and there. When you can really dive into it and you're listening to other people about their journey and they're doing the same thing, it's really helpful and you can work a lot faster. Get mad. So I also do this, I get really angry at my stuff, and I also do this while I'm working out sometimes. I'll just use a little motivation. If there's tension in my life, I will release it on something that I need to get done. So it's really helpful when you're decluttering. If you're just mad at all the stuff, you're mad at something in your life, like, I'll show them, you stupid. And then you just get a bunch of stuff done at your house, as opposed to yelling or doing other things that other people do. I find that really helpful to channel my anger towards something really productive, like decluttering. You get a lot of stuff done, you have a lot of energy. It's super helpful. Take action. You can watch videos, listen to podcasts, read books, but unless you actually go out there and you take action, you do something, you spend 2 minutes or 5 minutes or an hour or a week doing stuff, nothing's gonna happen. So if you're procrastinating decluttering with watching this right now, close the laptop or put on the next one, but start decluttering right now. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out cuts in the description, and I'll see you guys next week.